Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be discussing and reviewing Mortal Kombat. This is a new movie that came out this year, the Mortal Kombat 2021. So yeah, let's jump into it. Of course, I won't be using much pictures or anything because it's a fairly new movie, so a lot of people may not have seen it yet. So yeah, let's dive into it. So the premise of this movie is basically the whole Mortal Kombat tournament, which you all know from the games, or if you haven't seen the games, basically it is Mortal Kombat is held every so often. They don't specify years, but every few years it is held. Um, and it's between champions of different worlds, and they fight for their world. And if a world wins a tournament 10 times consecutively, basically, I think you can take control of the loser's world or take it, um, or combine it. So that's the whole aspect of Mortal Kombat in general. Um, so let's dive into the movie now. So this movie starts off with a new character introduced not from the games but just for the movie purposes called Cole Young. So it centers around him and his journey of basically becoming a fighter again. Because he was an MMA fighter and he retired. Um, Throughout the movie, we find out that he's a relative to Scorpion. Um, So all that is new stuff. Nothing in the game is related to that, but all this is new things created just for the movie. And throughout the movie, he journeys to find his inner warrior, I guess. Um, so we have him running into Jax and Sonya and Kano and Liu Kang and Kung Lao and Raiden and them training basically to prepare for the tournament. And of course, Raiden is their leader, and Shang Tsung is the leader of the bad guys, and the bad guys team consists of Shang Tsung, Cabal, Melina, um, General Rivas, and Nitara. Um, and Kano changed sides because everyone who plays the game knows Kano is evil at least. So Kano changes sides. Um, so the movie, like I said, is basically that. It focuses on Cole's journey to become a fighter and basically leading to him becoming this warrior for Oot. Of course, Goro is in the movie too. I forgot to mention that. So let's now jump into breaking down the good, the bad, and the ugly in the movie. Um, of course, the good things I'll start with first. So the good things in this movie, some of the casting choices were great. Jax was good. Kano was good. Cabal, we got little of him, but good. Kung Lao, Liu Kang, I love their interactions. More good things about the movies. Uh, did you think that they implemented in this movie with being born with the dragon symbol on your body to indicate that you're a fighter? Um, that was really a nice touch, and it explains powers as well in this universe. It's called your Arcana, and you develop it once you have this. So we know not just anybody could get powers in this universe. You have to have that. However, there's the twist that if somebody who doesn't have one kills you, they can get yours. So that was a nice little touch on it. Um, I liked Cole Young's design for his power, which is the suit of armor and the baton and the little blade thing that he gets. That's pretty cool. Um, but that is basically where the good ends. Um, for character development and designs. Cabal's design was good as well. But yeah, the other good thing about this movie is I would say the first from the beginning of the movie with the opening with Scorpion and Sub Zero all the way till the end where we get Kano, Sonya, Cole Young, and Liu Kang going to the Temple of Raiden. That whole half of the movie, I guess, is good. Um, well done. I love that whole half of the movie. The movie started going downhill from there. Because once we get to the Temple of Raiden, the CGI gets wonky, the VFX get wonky, the green screening gets wonky. Of course, they had like a 50 mil budget, but I guess with a movie like this, you need more. But sometimes they would be standing outside and it looks like it's a cardboard background behind them. It's very bad. So for that reason, That's the ugly. That is the ugly in the movie. So we have the good and the ugly now to get to the bad. Oh boy, is there a lot of bad. So first of all, I dislike the casting for Sonia and Sonia's character in general. I dislike Melina's whole thing in this movie because we barely got her. Her mouth design was terrible. Nothing like the games, so I disliked that. I disliked Raiden and Shang Tsung. It just didn't feel like Raiden or Shang Tsung that I know. Um, I disliked I dislike the fact that the movie started setting up this tournament, and then at the end of the movie, we didn't get the tournament. And I'll go into detail with that. 1 minute, let me finish the bad. So, as I said before, the first half of the movie was set up. So, right now, the rest of the bad is some of the what I would say plot points set up would be bad because they foreshadowed things that they didn't do. And of course, this movie is filled with basically fan service. For those who don't know, it's just a movie filled with fan service. But let's get into the bad part of the last half of the movie now. So, as I said, the first half of the movie was good. The second half, we have them at Raiden's temple training and trying to master their arcana and their powers. Um, some of that was good. The bad part comes when Shang Tsung says he wants to break the tournament rules and, of course, kill everyone beforehand. This leads to Raiden setting up a force field barrier to stop them, and this also leads to the downfall of the movie. Because this, in turn, makes when you look at the runtime of the movie and you're watching the movie and you see, okay, half of the movie is gone, they're training, then Shang Tsung attacks, Raiden puts up this force field, and now they're back to training again. And you watch your runtime, and then you realize, okay, so we have like 20 minutes left of this movie, so we can't have a full on tournament that they set up throughout the whole movie. And you're like, how are they going to do this? And the way of doing this was terrible. Basically, they made Kano betray everyone, which is in his character, of course. And this led to Shang Tsung coming back for round two to attack them. And Raiden transports them away and then splits up the bad guys with the good guys, and it leads to short, very short fights. Like Jax's fight was 2 minutes. We have Cabal's fight being like a few seconds. Things like that. It was terrible. That was terrible. I thought that was terrible. Cool Young's fight was a bit longer, of course, because he was the main character, but still terrible. I did not like that aspect of the movie, so that's the bad. Uh, but that being said, that's the overall movie right there. If I had to give this movie a rank, I'd say like a C plus, a 3.5 out of 5. Um, if you're a Mortal Kombat fan and you just want to see some fatalities brought to the big screen and some cool one-liners like flawless victory, things like that, watch this movie. It's a fun watch. I won't lie about it. It's funny. It has the action. Some of the hand-to-hand combat is really good. But that aside, don't go in looking for the best story because they hint at different story points as well that we don't get in this movie. So now let's go into the Easter eggs of this movie. Um, so first thing first, one of the main Easter eggs that we get earlier on in the movie, of course, is that we get Scorpion going to hell when he died. Of course, we don't get the full-on story for that, but maybe in the next movie they'll explain that Easter egg. So we see when he's killed that his body turns into flames and goes to hell. And we get a basic look at what hell looks like. Other Easter egg going forward now is when Cole Young's part of the movie starts and he meets Sonya. While she's explaining what Mortal Kombat is to him, she mentions that it has happened throughout the centuries, and we get a look at two characters from the game while she's discussing that to him and showing him, people who have competed before. So there's a painting in firstly there's a painting or drawing of Nightwolf in a book. Um, there's a statue of Quartal Khan in this book as well from an ancient tribe. there's another hint at some other outworld characters. When we go to Radiant's Temple, we get a look at what seems to be a wall of murals, and I believe Baraka is on one of them. So quick glimpses at characters we haven't seen yet in the movie. Hopefully they appear in the next movie. Um, Another Easter egg we see is while they're now entering the temple, Kino tries to steal an amulet. This amulet, of course, is Shinnok's amulet. So maybe this is foreshadowing for Shinnok coming into the movie scene sometime soon, because I know they already confirmed they're doing a sequel. Um, Other Easter egg would be we see the giant statue of Shao Kahn in the movie, and of course we know Shao Kahn is usually the big bad above Shang Tsung. So foreshadowing there, we get one Easter egg in between that, which is when Shang Tsung's people attack. We see Kitana's fan in the background on what seems to be an altar. So we don't know if she's dead, but we see that. We then see our last main Easter egg, I would say, uh, which is, well, not really, but which is basically the relationship between Kano and Cabal. So in the games, we know this relationship, so I'm not going to say to spoil it for anyone. But we just get hinted at a little relationship between them when they have their little discussion. Um, so maybe they'll expand on that next movie. I don't know, because like I said, this movie was a mixed bag. Um, we then get the ending, which is Cole Young saying he's going to Hollywood, and we see a poster, Citizen Cage, and basically reference to Johnny Cage. Cole Young is going to Hollywood to recruit Johnny Cage. Um, so that's basically the Easter eggs and what they mean throughout the movie. So again, my final thoughts now are the movie was good. It's a good watch. It's a lot of fan service, so fans will enjoy that. However, I like I said, I give this movie like a C plus. Um, it was okay. It was okay, but yeah. So if you don't want to go cinemas to watch this, I know it's out digitally as well. You could save some money on that and maybe watch it home, because I mean, some people might not get the enjoyment of going to see this because it's a mixed bag. So yeah, of course, like I said, the WB confirmed that they're going to be doing a sequel. So I'm hoping the sequel gets a bigger budget so we don't run into some of the same issues here. As well as I'm hoping for a better cast lineup or better casting for some characters in the next movie as well. So all in all, I give this movie a C or a 3.5 out of 5. And yeah, if you all enjoyed anything I had to say, let me know. I'll be dropping my review for the Demon Slayer movie before the week ends, as well as I did a Yu-Gi-Oh unboxing Monday, so you can check that out as well. There should be a card up here with the other movie reviews I did somewhere. So yeah, I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next one.